Neurodiversity, A Celebration of Disabled Life by Diamaretti Teddy Sousa. Illustrated by Hope Breeding. Circle C 2021, No Shrinking Violet, all rights reserved. Thoughts on how to address ableism. Hello, friends. During this pandemic, I have taken time to gather my thoughts on disability life and decided to write about how we can better service those with disabilities in our communities. Lately, I find myself confused by the phrase protect the vulnerable. I am plagued by our current definition of it. As I sit here and listen to reflections from my fellow advocates, I notice they all emphasize a similar theme. I feel unwanted, or my child may have to stay at home isolated from everyone. What can we do about it? I sigh and offer my shoulder, my ears, my heart, my time, and prayers for them. I send cards and think about their situations. I cry out to God and ask what my friends and I can do about this, how we as a society can face it. The answer is not so easy. It is quite messy and will take time to unpack, to unthink what has been ingrained in our heads for centuries. What can you and I do to help our disabled community? Here are a few thoughts. Make friends with us. I know during a pandemic it may seem impossible, but really it is not. We are on Facebook and have social media accounts. Many of us live in your neighborhoods. You can find us anywhere. We might be right next door. If we need groceries, you should be so kind as to buy us what we need and drop it off. Carry on a conversation with us. Masks on and social distance, please. This is a golden opportunity to get to know us. You may have lived nearby for years but never known much about us. Step out of your comfort zone and make the effort. Warning. Not all of us are social butterflies, so proceed slowly. We each communicate in our own way and at our own pace. Be patient with us. We have to adapt so much to an abled world, and don't take offense if we never warm up to you. Adopt a person at a nursing home or group home. There are so many elder orphans at nursing homes and many people at group homes who have nobody to look after them. Ask the staff at nursing or group homes about people who don't have families and adopt them. It helps their social communication and cheers them up. You can send cards and call them. You can visit some places, but it varies with COVID regulations. Again, wear a mask and don't forget to ask. Always ask first before adopting someone. You might think you are helping, but you could cause harm. Some people have trust issues or aren't very social and don't want a visitor, or perhaps they have trauma from previous encounters. Another option to consider is prison. There are plenty of disabled prisoners who are isolated and lonely. You can talk to groups that go in to visit them and see how you can help. Educate yourself about disabilities. No one expects you to be an expert with a PhD or master's degree in disability studies, but take the time to learn about systems that hurt disableds. Not all businesses care about disabled persons except for a profit. Learn the difference between someone looking out for the interests of those with disabilities versus a business out for net gain. A good way to get connected is through a nonprofit which supports disability-based communities, preferably an organization run by disabled persons who have a say in what goes on, not abled persons making it sound like a clinical study group. Be careful. It is a minefield out there. I have stepped on a few myself and gotten hurt by some so-called non-profiteers. If you find yourself playing favorites among the disability community, acknowledge it. You might need to ask forgiveness and work toward reconciliation. It can be quite messy. You won't always be forgiven. Some of us have long memories and don't easily forgive or forget. We still have baggage we need to unpack, and trusting people isn't easy for us. Ask first before stepping in to assist us. We want to enjoy the things we can do for ourselves, so don't spoil the moment by over-helping. Be there as support. Be supportive. That is the best thing I can ask of you. Be there for us. When we are having a problem or going through a bad day, listen to us. You might not fully understand everything we go through, but your presence means a lot to us. When we need space, respect our space. We will let you know if we need you. For disabled folks, if you are a disabled person with baggage to unpack, harm from an able-bodied person, a system that treats you badly, parents, doctors, etc., don't be afraid to speak up about it. Find someone to talk to, someone who will listen to you. If you need someone to speak to, please connect with us here. You should never feel shame for being disabled. If you are an angry disabled person, I can't blame you. Systemic ableism is terrible and it needs to be addressed over and over again. If you are angry to the point of bitterness, please know you are not alone. I have met plenty of bitter disableds who are disillusioned by the system and jaded by people. If changing the system feels hopeless or a disagreement makes you say, "You're ableist, I can't be your friend anymore," or "You brainwashed me, it's all your fault," you need to stop. I know I am treading on shaky ground, but words like these have the potential to destroy relationships rather than build them. I have seen families ruined by shouts of ableist, causing people to shut down. I have watched people block and unfriend loved ones on Facebook. It is terrible to see fear and apathy creep in. You must release that unchecked anger. The hurt you feel is real, but you are causing more harm by checking out of reconciliation. You might be angry with me for talking this way to you. You might call me names and hate me, but I am telling you this because you matter. You are important, but your pride is getting in the way. No one likes being around someone whose pride and apathy drives others away. If you want to learn more about acknowledging ableism in society or how you can better connect with the disability community, please reach out to us here. If you have other thoughts as a disabled, share them. As I continue to learn and grow as an advocate, I hope to help others find their way toward creating an interdependent community. I know with time and effort, we can reach it. Read by Dia Moretti, Teddy.